So do you think that XRP is 15 times better than Hedera? In other words, XRP's market cap is 15 times larger than Hedera's. Let's talk about this. I call this Crypto for the Rest of Us, 6 days a week, tip tool coin analysis. I'm Brian. I'm a big dumb animal. And my disclaimer is don't do what I do. Informational purposes only. I try to go over coins, individual coins, as well as the industry that they're in, DeFi or RWA or layer one or whatever. And I have a very diversified portfolio. Okay, so let's talk about this because this is interesting. And I want to point something out, regardless of whether you're looking at something like Hedera and XRP or other coins, because sometimes it can be a little confusing as to how well they're performing. Let me show you what I mean. This here is called, I'll put a link to it below, but you can compare market cap of, they call it. You can compare one to another. In this case, I put in Hedera and XRP. And it says, look, XRP is 15.44 times greater in market cap than Hedera. And this is November 29th, 2024 when I'm recording it. Now, let me show you two things that you might not realize look visually contradictory. First, let's compare their charts. So you can see I've put them here just side by side on TradingView to visually show you that look at the trajectory. And both of these charts are around beginning of August till now, both of them. Here we have XRP. Look how it shot up from around 50 cents to now around $1.70. You look over here, you've got around HBAR. This is Hedera over here on the right, around 4 cents, shooting up to around 16 cents. Look at these very similar trajectories. And you say, oh, okay, so they're the same. Well, that would make sense. But let's take a look at their market cap. So here we are on the CoinGecko homepage. And if you use customize over here, you can add things like this fully diluted value column. Okay, let's scroll down. XRP, market cap currently, it's number 5 in ranking, almost $100 billion. Fully diluted value, $170 billion. All right, now that's number 5. Now let's just keep on going until we hit Hedera. Hedera, number 30. Market cap, 6 billion. Fully diluted, 8 billion. So they're comparing the 6 billion to the almost 100 billion of XRP. And the question is, do you think that makes sense? Let's talk about both of those companies. XRP started about 12 years ago, 2012, as OpenCoin. Then they changed their name, Ripple Labs, raised money. But for that 12-year period of time, for the most part, they've been saying that they are a cross-border payment solution. Here we are on the CoinGecko site. It says Ripple is a privately held fintech company that provides a global payment solution via the Ripple network. And they use XRP. Ripple funded the development of the open source XRP ledger, and they talk about the XRP ledger. Okay, so Ripple is a private company. They have RippleNet that does cross-border payment solutions. They use the XRP ledger, and XRP is the cryptocurrency that they can use to do those transfers. They can also use any cryptocurrency. And so that's been going on for 12 years. So basically they've been saying, this is what we do. Cross-border payments, that's it. Going after big banks, big institutions, etc. Now, two major developments. One, of course, is the SEC case and the fact that we're getting a new administration and things are looking better if you believe that the entire business has been held down by the SEC versus the entire business of cross-border payments really isn't that amazing. That's a possibility. They put out reports. They never say how much they do in cross-border payments. Okay, I've reported on them in many different videos. But what I do like about XRP, and I always have to say I own both of these. I own way more Hedera in terms of percentage of my portfolio than I do XRP. But recently, I think XRP has made a huge about face. And they said, you know what? We're not just a payment solution anymore. Think of us as a currency. Now, they've been saying that for a while, but they're not actually a currency yet. Then they're saying, well, think of us as a store of value, like a Bitcoin. Not actually happening yet. But what they did do recently, which I think is a big deal, is they said somewhere in 2025, they're working right now on creating the ability for the XRP ledger to have smart contracts and a virtual machine such that you can run dApps. So in other words, they're saying we're going to turn ourselves into a layer one. So they've done this about face, which I think could pay off very well for them. Personally, I believe that their surge is due to the fact that the SEC case is gone, Gary Gensler resigned, we've got a new administration, and people believe because they have a huge community. XRP has an amazing community of individuals that follow them, and they know way more about it than I do, but that's the basics. Now, Hedera is a hashgraph, Hedera hashgraph. It was actually patented a while ago, and they made it open source. And Hedera is a hashgraph. There's different types of hashgraphs. They use a particular one that's taken away some of the security issues and other things. But their point is to be able to be fast and to be cheap, like many others. But they're doing it in a big way, and they've got this governing council of an amazing group of companies. And they have, if you follow, many different projects built on top of them, whether it be, for example, in DeFi, they have 100 million locked. And since October of last year, it's gone from 30 million to over 100 million. They've got some projects that are really taking off in the DeFi space. I've shown those sort of things. And they have many use cases, asset tokenization studio, their stablecoin studio, what they call the Hedera Guardian, which has to do with carbon, AI, RWA, DeFi, payments, and other things. And they have a lot of projects because they're fast and they've got a great pricing structure. It's priced in US dollars, not in Hedera, not in HBAR, I should say. That way, you always know what your costs are going to be. So in my opinion, I'm not saying XRP doesn't have a use case. I'm just saying, do you think that XRP's price should be 15 times greater than Hedera's? Now remember, Ripple is not XRP. Ripple is a public company, separate from XRP, which is a cryptocurrency. I don't see the type of interest, the type of projects with respect to XRP as I do with respect to Hedera. I think possibly a lot of the recent pump has just been the community believing it's going to really take off for whatever reason. You can put in lots of different things. Here's another one I think is interesting. Instead of XRP, let's do XLM. Now, why did I pick that one? Well, because, and I did a video about this, XLM, Stellar, was started by two individuals that left Ripple because they didn't want to go after big institutions and banks. They wanted to be able to provide cross-border payment solutions for basically the unbanked, for billions of people that are sending small amounts of money. Instead of paying high fees or getting 10% of their money taken away, they want to pay 0.0001. So they've got a system, and that's all it does. And that system is 2.5 times the current price, current market cap of Hedera. Let that sink in. I don't think that should be 2.5 the times of Hedera, but that's just me. Thanks for watching. I hope this is helpful. I really wanted to point out that just because you see two charts, for example, and both of those cryptos are doing very similar things, doesn't mean they're both going to continue on that trajectory, because one of them, like XRP, for example, is $100 billion, whereas Hedera is only sitting at $6 billion. So I think the odds of Hedera making a much higher gain percentage-wise is greater than the odds of XRP making a higher percentage gain. That's just my opinion, but don't just look at charts and think these two are the same. Also look at things like their total market cap, and of course the projects that are being built of them, the interest in them, that sort of thing. I hope we can make generational wealth together with crypto. Thanks for watching.